What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and altcoins, what they might do, because it looks like a lot is happening, while in fact, nothing much is happening. And this could lead to a huge move pretty soon. I feel like it's my job right here to at least look at the possibilities and share them with you, right? So if you already like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, check out the Patreon down below in the description for exclusive sales, and let's get right into it. So Bitcoin, like I said, it sometimes we tend to get pretty bearish, right? When we go down a little bit, people were freaking out over here, they were freaking out over here, they were freaking out over here, and they were celebrating over here, celebrating over here. While in fact, Bitcoin is actually now at the 6th of April already going sideways for more than a month, right? And in the meantime, we go up, we go down. Overall, nothing has happened to Bitcoin. So the market is kind of boring right now. This is the pattern that it's currently in. We could break to the downside, we could break to the upside, we could do this. Hey, overall, this is a bullish pattern in a bull market. And yeah, we are definitely in a bull market, of course. There's no guarantee that we will break to the upside, but there is a higher chance that we will break to the upside than if we break to the downside. Now, if we look at the Fibonacci tool, then if we do break to the upside and we manage to get above our all-time high, then the most likely price on the short midterm is around $87,000. That's where the 0.382 comes in. And that's basically the only way to measure it if we are in price discovery. So this is a very likely outcome. Now, it sounds like a lot, and you might feel like, okay, let's buy Bitcoin then, right? But even if that happens, it's just a 30% move. For Bitcoin, that's a lot of gain, of course. But what's 30% among crypto degens, right? We are used to that daily. So why would we talk about 30 percentages? However, if that happens, that could be really bullish for the altcoin market, of course. So let's also take a look at that and how the altcoin market moves when Bitcoin makes a certain direction, right? Because lately, for the last couple of months, Bitcoin has been going up only. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance for the last couple of months, it's been going sideways, right? So the Bitcoin dominance is not saying like, hey, Bitcoin is outperforming right now. No, it's just Bitcoin go up, altcoins go up with it. It's not that altcoins underperform at this moment. It's not that altcoins outperform at this moment. They tend to do the same. At a certain point, there will be a big shock in this. It doesn't really matter much what Bitcoin does. A lot of people are focused on the Bitcoin price, like, well, if Bitcoin goes there, then altcoins. Meh. It's mostly the Bitcoin dominance, right? If the Bitcoin dominance goes down, we can finally have that alt season that we all really deserve. But it's not really happening yet, right? So if we do take a look at Bitcoin again, and we put it on the weekly chart right here, let me get a cleaner chart for you. Right, let's use this one, right? And if we, now let's take the Bitcoin dominance. And if we overlay Bitcoin on the Bitcoin dominance, what do you see? This is interesting because this is showing me like, hey, altcoins can go pretty crazy, right? Bitcoin dominance went up while Bitcoin was going up. Okay, that's usually the case. Bitcoin goes up and more money is coming into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has outperformed altcoins for a very long time. However, here the dominance stopped going up. But here also, Bitcoin itself was sitting at 30K, right? And what happened since then? Bitcoin kept on going up to 74K. And the Bitcoin dominance kept going sideways. So this is showing to me like, hey, Bitcoin is cooling off compared to altcoins. Altcoins are catching up right now. And they deserve it because, like we see right here, altcoins were lagging big time. Like the risk reward, it's obvious, right? There's less risk with Bitcoin than altcoins. But the reward for Bitcoin was higher, right? Now, if you take the overall altcoin market, the others chart, then you'll notice that the reward for altcoins and Bitcoin has been the same. But then still, why would you go in altcoins if Bitcoin has the same reward and is lower risk, right? Well, that time is now changed. So what does that mean? What I expect is that when Bitcoin goes up even more, There's not a real reason for the altcoin dominance to go up more. So maybe the altcoin of the or the Bitcoin dominance. So maybe the Bitcoin dominance will keep on going sideways. That will be explosive for altcoins. At a certain point, also the dominance will go down, right? What we saw in 2021 as well, which was pretty interesting, Bitcoin was going up from the bottom, right? The orange line. The dominance went up with it, right? At a certain point, Bitcoin had its second leg, basically, where Bitcoin went up, right? Although the Bitcoin dominance, it started to already go down from this point, while Bitcoin was sitting at $35,000 and it ran all the way to 70K, give or take. That was in the same period where the Bitcoin dominance went down extremely hard. This was a massive alt season. You don't necessarily want Bitcoin to go up and call it an alt season, or the dominance to go down, right? The best combination is Bitcoin going up while the dominance going down. That's an extreme alt season. We have seen nothing like that so far. If anything, the Bitcoin dominance is going more up than down. However, what does that mean? It means that Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. However, this is the Bitcoin dominance showing how much Bitcoin is dominating the crypto space compared to anything else, right? Also Ethereum, also stable coins. Well, altcoins will never outperform Bitcoin, of course. So that keeps the dominance up while it's actually not that realistic, because actual altcoins, they can go up harder. Therefore, there's a chart right here, the Bitcoin dominance minus USDC, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP. Why those three? Because these are three of the biggest altcoins, but these are also three altcoins that, in my opinion, nobody really cares about them at this particular moment, but they still make up for a lot of market cap, right? So if XRP, for example, goes down really hard, then it could actually change the Bitcoin dominance, while it in fact means nothing to your altcoin back, assuming that you don't hold XRP. If you do hold XRP, etc., then yeah, okay, I don't know why. If we look at that, then the Bitcoin dominance is looking like this. It went all the way up, so altcoins got completely wrecked against Bitcoin. That's what we know. That's what the thesis on this channel has been for a long time. But here in June, July 2023, it topped out, and now it is already going down. We had one touch, 2, 3 was a trend, and the trend is broken right here. And we even got a good retest of it, and we are now below it. So it kind of looks like, if you exclude these stables and these high cap underperformers, that altcoins are now dominating Bitcoin. However, if you look at the last cycle, let's overlay Bitcoin again, right? If we look at the last cycle, what we see as well, here Bitcoin went up. Here it went up in the first leg of the bull market, basically after its bottom. And there, the dominance also went down. Now, we see kind of the same, right? We see also Bitcoin going up here, first leg of the bull market, and there the dominance went down. Well, in the second leg, actually, in the second leg. What could happen is that we see some kind of a similar pattern, right? Where we first go up, then down, up, alt season. Could be the case, right? Up, down, maybe up for, the coming 6-10 months, right? Well, altcoins have finally a normal correction, because we haven't seen it so far, where they take a drop of 30-40% maybe, and then alt season. I know a lot of people prefer this because they want to see their altcoin bag going up, of course, but the market doesn't necessarily give what you want, right? So here as well, the Bitcoin dominance went up, but altcoins on the dollar pair, they didn't get wrecked that much, right? The dominance went up, but it's also in the time where Bitcoin went from like, I don't know, man, $10,000 to, what was it, $40,000, right? It's the same as that we now go up all the way to over 200K or something like that. Yeah, then the dominance can go up, whatever. Altcoins will probably do fine if that happens. At a certain point, we need to see the Bitcoin dominance go down. And that's what we are yet to see. And I don't see a good reason why it won't happen. But then you have to realize, like, hey, how does the money move, right? Like, a lot of people think that a Bitcoin goes up, so my altcoins are moving right now. Let's take profits, but money flows in a certain direction, right? And you know that sheet: first Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then the high caps, then the small caps. Altseason. Well, we obviously have Bitcoin going up right now. We can't deny that, of course. We get rid of this one. We obviously have Bitcoin going up. Although, does Ethereum go up? Well, yeah, on its dollar pair, it has also been going up. However, if you look at outperformance, then it's not really the case. Right? We have Ethereum going down against Bitcoin, and it's basically sitting at a low that it hasn't been since 2021, like 3 years ago in April, May. So Ethereum was never that low on its Bitcoin pair. Can you imagine if the money now flows from Bitcoin into Ethereum? Then we can finally see Ethereum on its dollar pair going up. If the money on Bitcoin is also, if the price on Bitcoin is also staying up because new money is coming into the crypto space, whether it's the ETF or retail money or whatever. But if Bitcoin also is holding up, then we can finally see Ethereum also really push and at least get to or above its all-time high as well, because Bitcoin is already sitting at an all-time high, right? But Ethereum is still 47% away. So if the blue chip biggest altcoin out there, Ethereum, can't even manage to get there, then why would we assume that the rest of the crypto space does? And of course, there are altcoins sitting already at an all-time high, the newer ones, etc. Mostly the newer ones. But the general altcoin market and the altcoins that are yet to see an alt season, they are not, right? They're kind of the same as Ethereum. They have to go up with another 55% in order to get to their previous all-time high. To the previous all-time high. So it's kind of where we were in this cycle. If we take it from, somewhere around the golden zone right here, up 58%, give or take, right? So there's kind of this point. This is where we are right now in the cycle, right? So at a certain point, we will see that mega blast for altcoins because they also go in price discovery. However, this is usually, the last time at least, this happened when Bitcoin was way beyond its all-time high. We really had this breakout it kind of happened in January 2021. Now, if we look at Bitcoin in January 2021, it was already sitting at $40,000 instead of 20K, which was the all-time high. So Bitcoin was already twice above the all-time high. And then altcoins finally started to break out, right? So we still have a long way to go. It's waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. And it's not weird that we are sitting at this level for a while already. If you look at the last cycle at the all-time high, we didn't break it at once as well. If we look at the previous all-time high, we tried for a long time. So it's not that we approach the all-time high and just should blast right through it. Usually we have some trouble over there, but we never really saw that fat correction. Like here as well, of course, we got to the all-time high and we got a correction of around 11%. In this cycle, it was kind of more, depends on where you take it. If you take it from this first attempt, we had a correction of 37%, but this was a huge wick, right? If we take the real open and close, let's say this point till this point, 20%. And this was in, 2 cycles ago, which was way more volatile than what it is right now. But we never had that, like that it came all the way back down here. But it is a little early in the cycle, so it could happen that this time will be the time where we have a good correction and then we blast right through it. Because if we look at the timing where we usually, have an alt season, that's the end of the halving year. That's the end of, in this case, 2024. It's now April. And we are so used to green candles that everybody expects it like, no, it's going to happen. And maybe it will. But on the other hand, it wouldn't surprise me if we finally cool off for a while. You know, where's the cool off? This was like, here we had a pump, nice cool off. Pump, cool off. Pump, cool off. Pump, cool off. We had a massive pump this time. So far, we are 4 weeks in. And should we honestly expect this right now? Or isn't it a little, you know, healthier and more realistic to say like, okay, at least this, a little more sideways or a little down even, sideways, and then really go up? It sounds more realistic to me, but on the other hand, crypto is everything except realistic. So we have to take a look what's going to happen. When we look at specific altcoins, the newer altcoins are doing fantastic. They are high risk, high reward. So of course it could go down harder. This was Metadose, right? Came out, crazy gains, and now has a big cool off. But these are very volatile, but also a new altcoin. I can X, like crazy pump right here. We have Hypercycle still doing very fantastic. Octavia absolutely killing it right here. These were a couple of calls on the channel, right? That like this did a 13x already or something. So that's very beautiful. If you look at the older altcoins, they are less spectacular, right? But they have proven to stick around. So for an AVAX, for example, yeah, I mean, it's also went up pretty hard, but not as nearly as much as these newer altcoins. But if we, for example, look at AVAX, you know, it's not going up that hard. On the other hand, it's also less risky, right? These newer altcoins, hey, we don't know how they are, like they have no track record yet. And speaking about AVAX, by the way, this is a perfect retest right here. I didn't get the wick, but $43 was a beautiful buy on AVAX, and I still think it's a pretty decent buy right now, by the way. But that was a really good buy. I honestly am a little sad that I missed that one. I think it's wise to buy some dips on some good altcoins if there are really some dips. And you have to realize what I spoke about before is, you know, what are dips? Okay, if you look at an Solana, for example, yeah, if you zoom in enough, you could be like, wow, you know, it went all the way here, so we can now buy a 15% dip. Yeah, are you mental? 15% dip. Look where it came from. I mean, I said this before, but this is more a matter of perspective, because are you buying a 15% dip or are you buying a 22x pump, right? So charts like Solana, beautiful for the people that bought it low and still have it. That's beautiful. For the people that don't have Solana, I wouldn't necessarily spend too much time at thinking about buying Solana at this point. Of course, it's not going back down here probably, but you know, I wouldn't buy it anywhere up here, right? I rather am also pretty interested in the coins that, you know, broke out and still are kind of struggling, right? I don't know. It's exciting and it feels like, of course, there's always a reason why they are not up that much yet. On the other hand, they still have the opportunity. Focal Forge was beautiful, for example. It was ranging. You can see very clearly. It had a very obvious range that you could trade pretty easy. Broke out, had a retest, went up again, right? And now it comes down again. Looks like a decent buy before it might go up again. And as long as it holds $5.30 or so, I'm pretty fine with this one. Otherwise, yeah, I will be looking down the range, but that's far from here. But the things that I'm mostly looking at, as you may know if you're older to this channel, are crypto gaming and AI. By the way, shout out to everybody that's in the Patreon. We are raising a seed sale for MetaX Seed. We raised $155,000 so far. which is absolutely crazy. I think Meta Exceed is going to kill it, so definitely check them out, and check out the Patreon down below if you want to see more private sales, because Xverse is also coming, one of my favorite projects, and we can raise 100k for them. So if you want to participate, check the link down below or in the comments. It's a cheaper way than Launchpads, actually, so that's pretty nice. Overall, the crypto market, it is showing strength. There are a couple of things that kind of concern me. But then again, like, well, for example, the USDT dominance, right? If we do take a look at the USDT dominance, showing how much money is sitting in USDT, you can clearly see that it bounced off a massive support level, right? We every time we bounced there, crypto went down. We bounced, crypto went down. Bounce, crypto went down. Bounce, crypto went down completely hard, and now we bounce as well. However, this is the current USDT. And this has nothing to do with new people or ETFs or whatever putting new money into the crypto market. So this could go up, and crypto could still go up because of new money coming in. So that's interesting. The trade that I'm taking at the moment is slightly safer, more boring trade is Ethereum, Bitcoin. Like showed you right here, Ethereum has been going down against Bitcoin like forever. Ethereum is a big lagger. And it's not a good product. I hate the product. Everybody hates Ethereum, I think, but it's where the money is, right? And that's what I'm in for. Fuck the tag. In this case, I want the money. So Ethereum is down hard against its Bitcoin pair. It's time for me to put some Bitcoin into Ethereum. I think it could go a little lower, but I'm not trying to time the bottom on this one. Ethereum is the blue chip. We can't deny that. And Ethereum will probably not go away. Although there are way better products out there, like, for example, a Solana, although it's congested sometimes. Yeah, if Ethereum was that cheap and fast, then it was also congested all the time. But nevertheless, Ethereum price-wise, it is a blue chip, right? And it will go up again. So I think that this is the perfect trade. It eventually, a falling wedge is a bullish pattern eventually, right? So it will break to the upside eventually. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'd rather hold Ethereum than Bitcoin at this point if I look at my current risk-reward right now. Other than that, nothing too special in the crypto market today. Let me know what altcoins are you looking at the moment? What are you interested in? Like I said, I love the AI, I love the gaming. Deep in, I still have to research it a little bit more, but the projects that I've seen so far, I really like it. What are the niches or the certain specific coins that you are looking at? Let me know down in the comments. Also, like the video if you like the video. Turn the bell notification on so you don't miss out on anything, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna take me some more coffee. All right, bye bye.